Abandoned houses lead to crime, which is why Mobile City leaders say they are working to get rid of them.
The city has brought the number of these houses down 55% from 1,731 in 2017 to 777 in 2023. WKRG News 5's Asher Wedd tells you what goes into getting rid of those.
Blight is a cancer, and if you don't deal with it, it will just continue to spread until it not only takes over a whole street, then it can take over a neighborhood.
And eventually, the city, according to Mobile Mayor Sandy Stimson. In 2016, the city adopted a new system to eliminate blighted or abandoned buildings within the city limits. It's called the Blight Survey. Each year, city workers drive down every street, scoring houses for damage.
If the score is a certain level, then it's moved on to, I'll say, kind of a watch list where we need to come back and make sure and do a closer look at this.
This is an example of one of those scoring sheets. Any property scoring above 50 points is a candidate for demolition. Stimson says the city council has the final say whether a blighted property is demolished or not. That's because there's a cost associated with hiring a contractor to do the work. Stimson estimates that price to be anywhere from $1,800 to $5,000. But before the city jumps on the opportunity to knock down a property, Stimson says they make every effort to work with a property owner to fix it.
I cannot think of a single time that we have not been willing to work with somebody to give them a little bit more time.
In the case of blighted properties in historic neighborhoods, Stimson said the deplorable conditions of one house could affect neighbors in the long term. He estimates that blight diminishes the value of adjacent houses by $25,000 on average.
They're historic houses and they're houses that are just old.
While the city does look at the lack of structural integrity in a house like this one, Stimson says that crime also plays a factor. It was nearly 3 weeks ago when a group of kids stumbled upon a body in this house.
I mean, you have vagrants that go in there and they start doing things in that house because they're out of sight, and they can get away with things they shouldn't be doing. Illegal activities.
The city requires the windows and doors to be boarded up to keep squatters from living in the houses, but that doesn't always work. And if a squatter finds a way inside, Stimson says there's a process to get them out and ensure their safety.
Try to work with that squatter to make sure that they have a place where they can get housing. We will not tear a house down around somebody.
Blake Brown with the Mobile Police Department agrees that blighted properties have a tendency to attract crime.
I think that crime in these areas is not necessarily centered around these areas, but I think you do get folks that are congregating inside these buildings, outside the buildings, and I think anytime you have that, there is that potential that something could happen.
Housing and Urban Development offers funding to property owners who would like to fix their blighted properties if they financially qualify. In Mobile, I'm Asher Wedd, WKRG News 5.